You think you're addicted to your phone, but you're not. You're addicted to the feeling of escaping your own reality. It's that feeling that drives you to reach for your phone whenever you're alone. It's not your phone you truly need. It's the fear of the emptiness that comes without it that keeps you reaching for it. When you're bored, you scroll. Whenever life pauses, you swipe your screen. The silence or stillness unsettles you. But what you're really avoiding isn't the screen, it's yourself. Did you know that, on average, you check your phone 96 times a day? People say that's normal. But when did this behavior become normal? When did it become acceptable to mindlessly pick up your phone during a conversation, a meal, a movie, or even while staring at another screen? Even at a red light or in the bathroom, you reach for your phone, not for entertainment, but to escape something. Your phone is not the root of the problem, and it's a symptom. It's a way of putting your mind to sleep. Every time life tries to remind you of something, you silence it. Every time emotions arise, you numb them. Sad scroll, lonely scroll, anxious scroll faster. It's no longer a habit, it's a coping mechanism for existence itself. Because facing your real life means facing the emptiness inside you. No one ever taught you how to do that. You weren't designed to consume a constant stream of information, to compare yourself endlessly to others, or to handle the demands of a dopamine-driven machine. But the world profits from your attention. It convinces you that silence is laziness and stillness is failure. So you hide. Not because you're weak, but because you were never taught how to sit with your feelings. Life is messy, and it hurts to be honest. But it's in that honesty that you truly live. You're overstimulated, yet nothing truly excites you. Your mind is full, but your soul feels empty. You've lost your ability to focus, to feel deeply, to remember what makes you happy. You're not present, not in your body, not in your relationships, not in your life. Every time you try to connect to your emotions, you find yourself pulling away instead. You're not living, you're merely coping. But there's another way. You don't need to delete your phone, you just need to reconnect with yourself. Start small, spend 10 minutes a day free of screens. Allow yourself to be bored, let your emotions flow naturally, welcome the silence. Because beneath all the noise, you're still there, alive, curious, present. Your life isn't behind the screen, it's in the moments you've missed, in the beauty you've overlooked. Somewhere deep within, there's still a part of you that remembers what it feels like to truly be human. The next time your hand instinctively reaches for your phone, pause, take a moment and ask yourself, what am I trying to avoid right now? Maybe this time you'll choose something else, something real. If you're still listening, somewhere deep down you're probably starting to realize something, that maybe you've been trading too many moments of real life for mindless swipes. The first thing you need to know is this: you're not alone. You're not the only one struggling with a fragmented mind. We're all bombarded with notifications, endless short videos, and infinite news feeds. Our emotions feel fragmented. Our sense of presence is faint, and eventually, we forget what it feels like to truly be alive. When was the last time you truly laughed? Smiles don't come from memes or videos. They come from real, living moments, from being there, fully present, with someone. Can you recall the last time you felt happy without taking a picture? Without posting about it? Just living in the moment? In a world where everything can be recorded or broadcast live, we've lost the most precious thing of all, our inner privacy. The world doesn't need to know everything, but you do. You need to remember that you're alive. Sometimes, the feeling of emptiness doesn't come from a lack of anything, it comes from excess. Too many images, too many stories of others, too many imposed goals. You're so full of distractions that there's no space for yourself. And then you stop. Not because you're lazy, but because you're overwhelmed. Silence becomes terrifying. Moments with nothing to do feel uncomfortable, but it's in those moments that real life begins again. If you've ever felt this way, you are not alone. The first thing to understand is this: you're not alone in the chaos of the mind. We've all been overwhelmed by constant notifications, endless short videos, and nonstop news feeds. Feelings become fragmented, and presence becomes blurred. At some point, we forget what it feels like to truly be alive. Do you remember the last time you genuinely smiled? A smile that wasn't because of a meme or a video, but because you were fully present with someone in a moment of life. Do you recall the last time you felt happy without recording or sharing it? Just being in the moment. When everything can be recorded or streamed, we risk losing the most precious thing: our inner privacy. The world doesn't need to know everything, but you do need to remember this. You are alive. Sometimes the feeling of emptiness doesn't come from a lack of something, but from an excess of everything, too many images, too many stories that don't belong to you, too many goals imposed by others. You become so overwhelmed that there's no space left to simply be yourself. And then you stop. Not because you are lazy, but because you are overwhelmed. The silence feels scary. Moments of doing nothing make you uncomfortable. But it is in this stillness that real life begins to revive. Imagine if you were to sit still for just 10 minutes. Without doing anything, what might surface within you? Not plans or goals, but the real you. The questions you've avoided, the wounds you've not yet faced, the ambitions you've forgotten. You don't need to rush to solve everything at once, but you do need to begin coming back to yourself. And the way back is not a grand, heroic effort, but a simple realization: I've neglected myself for too long. Once you start this return, you will realize something surprising. It's not that you don't know how to slow down, it's that you've forgotten how to trust the natural rhythms within you. What you're looking for isn't tied to a strong Wi-Fi signal or captivating content. It appears when you stop and are truly present. In that space, you have nothing to prove, nothing to achieve. There is only your presence, complete and whole. In that moment, you will understand that the most meaningful things don't come from a screen. Meaning is found in the eyes of the person you love, in a quiet hug, in a peaceful afternoon by the window, in the rustling of leaves under the sunlight, or even in a simple, silent meal. These things are always complete in themselves. They don't need embellishment. When you stop surfing the web to escape, you begin to touch the real essence of life. And the real essence of life is what you've been seeking all along. It's not about noise or trends. It's simple, genuine, and truly yours. So don't overlook the moments that might seem boring. Don't force yourself to always be entertained, connected, or busy. Sometimes healing comes from the smallest, quietest moments. Start by sitting down. No phone, no noise, just you and your breath. Do this for a little while every day. And eventually, you won't feel the need to run anymore. You'll choose to live to truly live. And when you truly live again, you'll understand something that swiping on screens has never given you before: the feeling of enough. Not the kind of enough that the internet talks about: rich enough, beautiful enough, or successful enough, but a quiet, peaceful enough that settles gently in your heart. It's the feeling that comes when you look out a window without raising your phone to take a picture, when you listen to the sound of rain without the urge to share it, when you laugh at something just to yourself without thinking of recording it. That feeling that no one else can give it to you but you. And only when you return to real life will you realize this all along. You never lacked time. You were only spending it on things that didn't matter. Those unimportant things often hide very subtly, lurking in seemingly small habits that silently consume your time every day. How many times have you intended to call a close friend, only to get caught up in a short video that stretched into dozens of minutes? How often have you rushed through meals because you were too engrossed in watching something? And how many precious moments have been overshadowed by the glow of your phone screen? No one blames you because those things have become normal. But you absolutely have the power to step out of that normal. Remember, no one else can live your life for you. No algorithm knows what you truly need. No app can replace the feeling of listening to your own thoughts on a quiet afternoon. Nothing in the virtual world can ever fill the void of a real, authentic soul. When you slow down, you'll suddenly realize this world has never turned its back on you. It has always been there, patiently waiting for you to return. It is in the sound of birds chirping in the morning. It is in the gentle breeze playing through your hair. It is in the understanding gaze of an old friend. It is in the moments when you truly feel connected to yourself. Remember, you don't have to give up everything. Just start choosing differently, little by little. Today, and then again tomorrow. Each time you reach for your phone screen, pause for just a moment and ask yourself, what am I looking for? Is it really here, in this phone? Maybe the first time. You'll continue as usual. Maybe the second time. You'll open a familiar app again. But eventually, there will come a moment when you choose to stop. And from that moment, everything will begin to change. Because the truth is, it's not that you're addicted to your phone, it's that you've never been taught how to be still with yourself. But now you're starting to learn.